USL champion Utah Talons look to rebound, while red-hot expansion squad Portland Cascade tries to keep rolling. It's time for pro softball here on the MLB Network. As we welcome you to Salt Lake City, alongside the two-time Olympian Natasha Watley, do it here in Utah. And our first pitch followed off by Corby Otis. Otis was hitless in game number 1. That came on the heels of back-to-back multi-hit performances in the final 2 games against the Blaze. And Natasha, early in this outing for Montana Fouts, what's a key for her against this Portland side?
The keys for her are going to be getting ahead. She will work that rise, that curve. We already see her working that curve, but she likes to work ahead and she likes to go right at hitters.
Does just that, gets the ground ball. Jordan Woolery, who started at third yesterday, at first today with Bree Ellis out of the lineup, steps on first for the first out.
Yes, and Jordan Woolery, just a Swiss Army knife. You can put her all over the field. Yesterday was her debut at UCLA. Her senior year, she was playing first, but throughout her career, she played third. You can put her anywhere.
And now Megan Grant steps in, fouls off the first pitch. She sees 2 hits in her pro career. Natasha, you sum up the distances of those 2 hits, it's over 600 feet.
Which is incredible, and that, you know, can clear a baseball stadium, just to kind of give you reference of that 300 feet. And she just does such a good job of just being able to swing early, be the aggressor, and she swings hard.
The first career pro home run would have left Oracle Park in San Francisco, as well as Fenway in Boston. Grounds it firmly off of Fouts. Good recovery and a smooth second out. That was Maddie Moore, the former Clemson Tiger, who makes the play for out number 2.
A heads-up play for Maddie Moore to just hang on to that, with that tips off of Montana Fouts' glove.
Fouts trying to throw up some zeros in this start. A vastly different looking Utah team than they looked even a day ago. Vidalis into the glove of Woolery. Second pro start, won her first, going 5 innings to take the win against the Blaze. The first pitch she throws to Aaliyah Andrews. There's a ball. Lindsey Brown, one of the premier strikeout artists in the collegiate game, got off to a really nice start in her first pro start.
Yeah, the rookie is one of the most reliable arms for Arizona State in her collegiate career. And just the Cascade, they're just so excited to have her, the potential that she has, and they're looking to her to be the future of the Cascade. And in her debut performance, she helped manage that first win against the Blaze, win their first franchise win.
Lee Andrews comes in riding a 4-game hitting streak. All singles from the lefty slapper. Trying to think of an MLB player like Luisa Rise, a guy who's known for contact. That's exactly what Aaliyah Andrews is known for in the pro softball world.
Yeah, and Aaliyah Andrews, she just does so many things so well. She does a lot of things off of her slap, running through the box. She can put down a drag bunt. She can do a hard slap. She can use the ground.
The 3-1 pitch from Brown is low, and a leadoff walk for Aaliyah Andrews. Mentioned a lot of people missing from the lineup for Utah. Savannah Collins can add.
Sure, a couple updates on the Talons right now. So the everyday shortstop Hannah Flippin is out due to a leg injury, as well as Jada Coleman, who has been a stalwart in the outfield for them so far this season. But a couple athletes picked up out of the reserve pool. Taylor Beal, you'll recognize that name from Arizona, the infielder, getting the start at shortstop today. And Kaylee Wyckoff out of Arkansas in the DP slot. Both of them flew in this morning, took the first flights out that they could get. Beal coming from California, Wyckoff taking a cross-country flight from Florida. Talk about having to show and be ready to go.
Yeah, let's just be glad the airlines were reliable. If you know, you know. Jordan Woolery quickly behind in the count, 0-2. 2 hits in her pro debut yesterday. Finished 2 for 3, nearly had an RBI. 0-2 from Brown to the backstop. And that'll allow the speedy Aaliyah Andrews to advance to second. What happened there, Natasha?
And that's that rise ball getting away from Kenzie Brown. But Sydney Stewart and Kenzie Brown, a new battery. They were rivals. Sydney Stewart going to Arizona, Kenzie Brown going to ASU, but just trying to get into a rhythm with each other, just trying to find the zone.
Nice job to keep that one in front this time from the rookie backstop, Sydney Stewart. Third catcher off the board in the AUSL college draft that took place back in May. Chance for an RBI for Jordan Woolery. And I think it's important early, Natasha, for this Talons side to get a run in, because this is a team that at least early on in the year has really struggled with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, they've always seemed to have finding a way to win, but they do it late in the game, so trying to be the aggressor earlier in the game is going to be beneficial for them, for sure.
And that was something that Sydney Ball-Malone, the head coach of the Utah Talons, talked about. She said, we're just putting too much pressure on ourselves right now in these situations. She was hoping that today maybe they would take some of that pressure off their shoulders.
Absolutely, and I think Aaliyah Andrews, that first AB, having some good eyes, that sets the tone right there, just getting base runners on.
Woolery swings over the breaking ball. A first strikeout for Kenzie Brown as Andrews stays put at second.
And Kenzie Brown, you'll see her go to this changeup. What's so effective about it, she channels that with her curveball as well. This has been Jordan Woolery's first time facing a Kenzie Brown, and Kenzie Brown gets the strikeout.
First pitch to Charlize Palacios. Third-year pro out of UCLA. Bracket catcher today has started 3 of the first 5 games at that critical spot for the Utah Talons. High on the 1-0, 2-0.
And Kenzie Brown, she'll work her low rise and her high rise. You see there, that's her high rise. It's really difficult to differentiate the two, so looking low if you're a hitter.
In the dirt again, Stewart able to glove it. Stewart, known as a very good defensive catcher. Mentioned she was the 3rd catcher off the board in the college draft. Jocelyn Erickson was the top catcher. She had a 3-hit day today in Chicago. Reese Atwood, number 2, hit 2 home runs off of Nyjah Kennedy. And Natasha, that just speaks to the strength of this rookie class in the AUSL this year. It's off the charts, quite frankly.
Yeah, they are coming out the gates, making an impact right away. Reese Atwood, Carlin Pickens, just going at it.
3-1, followed straight back. Palacios still trying to get it going at the plate. Just 1 hit through her first 4 games of the year, was at DP yesterday. That's akin to the designated hitter role in Major League Baseball. A little bit more flexibility, though, with that position in softball than with the DH rule in the MLB. Payoff pitch. That one will hurt off the front foot for Palacios, who's been a little bit banged up early on this year.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm over here like grimacing over here because we've seen her take so many foul balls off of her foot, hit by pitches, just getting really banged up.
Three-2 on the way and swung on and missed. Kenzie Brown has the strikeout pitch going early.
And that off-speed pitch is so crucial for Kenzie Brown. 2 strikeouts back-to-back on that off-speed to Woolery, and now Charlize Palacios.
And that's a strike on the corner to Kaylee Wyckoff. Anna Collins told you she was chilling on her couch yesterday, got the phone call from General Manager Lisa Fernandez last night, was on the first flight out of Houston, Texas. Now she's here in Salt Lake City and quickly behind in the count 0-2. Sis Bates was there. A helping hand's always nice.
Always there, always in your back pocket.
The end of the year as Montana Fouts throws her first ball of the game as we make the call to the bullpen. AJ Andrews joins us here on MLB Network. And AJ, first question, how excited are you to see what the pro game has become?
I am so excited. I think just like the rest of the world, because it only continues to get bigger and better. I think as we continue to showcase these women on different broadcasts, different media platforms, people are really able to see the talent that's on the field. And I think it's only going to continue to grow. I'm so proud of where softball has grown, that it's not stopping. This is a movement, not a moment, and I'm excited to watch the trajectory to keep going up.
AJ, you have now been around the baseball world every day in your MLB reporting. What are you seeing in the baseball world when it comes to women's sports and softball right now?
I just think that everyone is finally waking up to all the excitement that softball has, even just with the World Series. The coverage that we saw, it wasn't just from MLB, not just from ESPN. We saw things from John Boy Media, from Barstool. There's been so many people that have been so excited to follow softball from beginning all the way to the end. And so many people are now excited to now move on to watching professional softball, to know that that time doesn't have to stop. You can keep watching these amazing women and their amazing accomplishments in the next level.
A base hit there for Sydney Stewart, who now has hits in back-to-back games in her pro career. And AJ, we talk about MLB's investment. They've done it heavily in softball. Why does this moment feel different than maybe previous attempts to grow the professional game?
I think because we don't only just see the financial investment, but we have games on MLB Network. We get to turn on the TV, not just watch baseball, but also watch softball. But outside of just the broadcast, also on social media, also within bringing these women into different events, whether it is All-Star Game, whether it's sitting down having the conversations, learning more about their stories. There's so many different outlets and opportunities to learn about softball players. And it's the more exposure we see, the more we're able to continue to follow them, understand and love the game. Just like everybody that has always loved softball, bringing new fans into the mix. To me, it feels different because I feel like the investment from MLB, it is so strong, it is so vast, and it's only continuing to allow these women to play professionally and play the way that we deserve, and we feel like softball players deserve to be seen and be shown.
So I know you've been tuning in to AUSL, and I know you've got family ties. We'll get into your little sis in a second, but what is impressing you the most when you're watching all of these games being televised? Just about the game.
All the home runs. It seems like it hasn't.
Oh, we can start there.
When does it get? I don't know when it became normal to hit 42 home runs in a season. Okay, and it become a race. Who gets the first? Who gets to break the record first? And so for me, I think it's been really cool to see how much power these women had. Not only are they hitting 42 home runs, but they're hitting 42 home runs, batting 400. Okay, and then but you still see like Torres, who is an all-around hitter, right? She can do the small game. She has speed. She also has power, a true triple threat. She's also was hitting 500. So for me, I think just the development and the talent that is within softball. And then you have the Megan Grants, who not only can break the home run record, but then it's also hitting 313 feet, right? So she hit it out in Oracle Park and hit it out in Fenway. To me, this has just been so exciting. From College World Series on to professional softball, the momentum has not stopped.
Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming for Sierra Sacco Ferry. After Stewart led off the inning with a single, there will be a ninth pitch. And AJ, you talk about the three-tool player. You were known for your defense. You're still the first ever softball Gold Glove winner. Did you realize at the time how significant that moment was?
At the time, I did, to be honest. It didn't really hit me as big as it could be, but throughout the days, I feel like I realized that me breaking tickets, but defense wins games. And so would love to see all these young women be celebrated. And I'm selfishly hoping that, you know, me and Aaliyah both have Gold Gloves and we can put them next to each other. This for Gold Gloves.
Oh, yes. I love that.
How cool would that be? Quick change on the field. Kelly Torres comes on as a pinch runner. Mariah Flowers pulling the early lever as Cahalan quickly falls behind in the count 0-2.
So AJ, just going back and talking about your Gold Glove, and when you're looking at all the young defenders today, what do you hope that this award continues to represent?
I hope it continues to represent that women in sports are not only just as dominant, just as entertaining, just as good as the male athletes, but that we deserve what we're getting, and we deserve the time, we deserve the attention, we deserve the equity. I just think that women in sports are so exciting, and there's always this comparison, and it doesn't need to be. We are just dominant softball players, there's dominant baseball players, deserve the same amount of respect. The game is hard no matter who's playing it, and I think the Gold Glove is going to continue to showcase the talent that's on the field, whether it's man or woman, simply talent. And being able to go out and make these amazing plays is not an easy feat, no matter if you're playing baseball or softball. And I love to watch these women be celebrated the way that they deserve, because being able to be a pro and playing professionally is hard. You're playing against the top, most elite talent. So to be able to, take away a hit from them is always fun, or be able to make these amazing plays, it only solidifies the talent that's on the field as we're competing against the talent that's at the plate.
Amen.
1-0 pitch here from Montana Fouts on the corner. And AJ, you talk about that transition from playing in the collegiate game. You were so good at LSU, and then you come to the pro game. What's the biggest transition to go from playing in college to playing professional?
I definitely think it is facing an All-American pitcher every single day. There's no let up. In college you have maybe the midweek game, you have a moment to catch your breath. You do not have that in professional softball. You are facing the most elite of the elite, and to learn that transition from college to pro, it's definitely something that it's a shift, and not everybody gets it their rookie season. But when you do get it, you get it. And so I think that we've seen a lot of these rookies already so far really get it. And even if it's not the first year, on to the second season. It's been really cool to see. But I definitely think the biggest transition, or the biggest thing that you had to get used to, was the level of competition always being tip-top, 100%, no matter when or how you step on the field.
Here's Fouts' 1-2, back to Fouts, she boots it, and the bases will be loaded here in the top of the second. A rare miscue for the second night in a row from this usually stout Talons defense.
Yeah, and the pitchers have been stellar for the Talons, just being able to fill their own position, but this just has a little funky bounce. This comes off Kennedy Powell's end of her bat. It looks like Montana Fouts tried to shuffle to get there, just couldn't glove it. Bases loaded.
Now the base is loaded here as Cindy Ball-Malone makes her way out to the circle to talk to Montana Fouts. We've got the former All-American AJ Andrews here with us on MLB Network. And AJ, thinking about the plate right now, you've got the bases loaded, you're stepping up to the plate. What are you thinking about doing right now?
If I'm stepping up to the plate, bases loaded, I'm definitely going to try to swing away. And I'm just trying to put the ball in play, trying to hit as hard as possible and see what we can do to shake things up. If we get to 2 strikes, maybe go to a little more speed game, just try to make the defense move a lot. But I think right now with there's only 1 out, swing away, swing hard, hit it with the ball pitch.
Talon's going to bring the infield in here with Sis Bates, the former Washington standout. Always been known for her glove, but already has a multi-hit performance this season. But quickly behind in the count here, 0-2 to Montana Fouts.
Yeah, well, Sis Bates is up, and kind of similar to you, AJ, in the sense of, trying to get something to the green, bases loaded here. But we're going to switch. We're going to talk about your baby Sis.
Let's do it.
And the other night, she had a great catch against the Bandits. And so what has it been like watching your sister carve out her own path in softball?
Oh, I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of her. I love to say I talk to knows, but she's definitely gone out and made her own way, her own path. She is Air Aaliyah, and I feel like she's made some of the most elite plays you'll ever see in your life. To me, this is ordinary watching her fly through the outfield, but I love to see everybody's reaction because the plays that she's making are not ordinary. And I think in our mentality is if it's close to us, it's getting caught. So she's definitely seeing that through no matter at what level she's at, college all the way to pro.
That was a fantastic play a moment ago by Taylor Beal in her pro debut. went to the ground, fired home, and got the lead runner.
Yes, and Taylor Beal, she is just a defensive specialist. Keeping this ball in front of her, being able to get that out at home is huge. But she short hops it. Charlize Palacios, take a notice, she changes lanes and goes into the foul territory, still able to hold on to that ball.
Did a nice job, too, of leaving that leading edge of the plate open. 2 outs, bases loaded. Montana Fouch trying to wiggle out of a major jam. Evens the count up at a ball and a strike to Kendra Falby, a great defensive center fielder. AJ, who's your favorite defensive outfielder in the game right now?
Aaliyah Andrews.
Easy answer.
Yeah, didn't have to think about it. Absolutely Aaliyah Andrews.
So were you guys always competitive growing up, you and Aaliyah?
Honestly, no. I think maybe because we're further apart in years. We never played together. So we always missed each other by 1 year. So for me, it was always just supporting her, watching her go out and play, and hoping that she makes every catch possible, because I don't think there's a ball she thinks she can't make, or make a catch she can't make. And so for me, it's anytime I see it, I think I just read the ball differently in outfield. So I'm like, yeah, you got it, Aaliyah. You got it, Aaliyah. And the plays, I think people are like, oh no, that's definitely down. In my mind, I'm like, no, she's catching it. And then there she goes, making the catch.